Okay, welcome to the Project 4 video. This is the tile price calculator as shown in the book, page 108, exercise 13. And I've posted some desk check data on the page, and we'll use that after we get everything done. So, according to this, we're going to be calculating the area of a rectangular floor. Well, how do you calculate the area? What is the formula for area? Well, if you don't know that, then you go to Google. But it's length times width. And we're going to be talking about decimals of a foot. Like, you can't type in 6 space 1/2 for 6.5 feet. You have to type in 6.5 because we're not doing data validation yet. All right, so we need at least two variables that I know of. I've already done this, and you can stop and do this too. This is just putting the stub code in there. Double. We're talking about decimals of a foot. So length, initialize it to 0.0. Width, initialize it to 0.0. All right. We got to have input that we're going to be getting from the user that is the price per square foot. All right, so we need that. That's going to be a double because that has dollars and cents in it. I'm just going to call this price, square foot equals 0.0. Okay, so now we need a variable called area because we've got to multiply length times width. I mean, you could probably do it without that, but for right now, I'd like for you guys and gals to go ahead and create variables when you see the need. So we need one called area. And then what's the whole point of this? We're going to, it's a tile price calculator, so we have to calculate the price, right? So the price is going to be double. Why is it double? Because it has dollars and cents, it has a decimal component to it. Call it total cost. Okay. Now we're going to do a constant because I'm going to give you a little fun with screen outputting. Char. All right. We're going to have a tab character we're going to use to build our output. We'll call it tab. And we're going to set that to what's called an escape character. And it's really, it looks like two characters, really one, because what the compiler sees is this escape slash, and it says escape the normal use of what follows and make it into something else. So it's going to be a tab. So that is the constant for our tab character. There are others you can use, but that's one of them. All right, save it, run it, and let's see what we get here. Just see if we get any errors. No, we're good. Okay. All right, so we need a banner here. Okay. So we're going to use some characters off the keyboard for that. Kind of like our code up here, sort of. I'm going to use plus, some dashes. And this you have to kind of do by eye, okay? I mean, it's just not, I don't know anyway. There may be some ASCII character editors or something out there. They used to be years ago, but. So see out. And we're going to put pipes in there. That's right above your backslash, below your backspace key. So we're going to do tile space. I'm putting spaces in here to make this stand out, and 2 spaces between words. Price. So make sure you do the same. Your output needs to look like mine for it to be successful. 2 spaces and then cal q lay tor. Whoops. Did I put an O or is it O? Okay. And then I'll put pipes here. It looks like it's a little too much space on the other side, so I'm just going to add a couple of dash and a couple of spaces to get all that lined up. It looks a little bit better. And we have to run it and play with it. I mean, this is going to take some trial and error. Now we already got this one done, so I'm going to just copy it and put it at the bottom. Okay, let's run it and see what we get here. Looks okay. A little bit, maybe one too many spaces on the left, so I'll take a dash out here, take a space out there, and dash there. Okay, so that ought to get that. All right, so now our input. What happened to my input thingy? I must have deleted it. Thingy. Comment. There we go. Okay, so I need to do my input. As we talked about before, whenever you're getting input from a user, you have to tell them why and what it is you want and give them some idea about how to type it in. So we'll have a cout statement. Whoops. Cout. Let's see. Please. This is just sentence capitalization. Enter the floor length. Remember a colon in space? Well, first of all, we need to tell them what in decimals of a foot. In decimal feet. That'll give them some idea about what to do. And then a colon in space, right? And you don't want to put an indel here because you want that colon sitting there, or that cursor sitting there right next to the semicolon, close to it. And then you need, where are we going to put this? We're going to put it in the length memory location, length variable. So you put a cn in here, and then length. Okay. Now, we got to do one for width. Whoops. We got to do one for width. We got to do one for the price per square feet before we get into our processing. So we have to get three things from the user, three values. I'm just going to copy and paste this and change the variable name. We're going to do floor width here. And we'll use the width variable for our location of that. And this will say, please enter the price per square foot. All right. And this will be price per square foot. Now that gets the input from the user. Let's run it, save it, and run it and see if we have any problems here. It seems to be working so far. Okay, so that's good. Let's see what to do now. Let's put another space right here. There, run it again. See how this is a kind of an iterative process? It looks a little bit better. Okay, so we gotten this far. Now we can do the processing. We got to calculate the area, and then we're going to calculate the total cost. Area is what? Length times width. All right. What's the total cost going to be? Think about it. Area times price per foot. Right? Price per square foot. You didn't have to think about that much, did you? Okay. So let's save it. Now for the fun part. The output. The first thing I want to do is, since it's dollars and cents, I want to display everything to two decimal places to the right of the decimal place. So you use cout, remember this, chapter 4, fixed, and cout, set precision, and we want two decimal places. So that takes care of that. Save it. Okay, and let's put an indel on the end of that, just for grins. Just so we can get a little space between the bottom of this last one and what we're going to output, our fancy little output here. Okay, so what we want to do, we want to put some tabs in here so that we can push this out from the left a little bit and make it stand out. So, and this is where you have to sort of think about, how you want to do it. I'm doing it this way, and I want you to do it this way too. use our tab constant in our output stream. And we're going to, let's just put 4 spaces, floor area equals, right? Space, and then we're going to put what variable in here? What variable holds the area? The area variable does. That's why we called it that, right? And I want to do square feet on there because that's what this area is going to be. Square foot. I want to put a space in there too. I don't want that right up against the number. Again, we're going to have to look at this as we go. And end L. All right. Let's see. Let's do this. We'll copy this because I'm going to have a tab on each one of these. And I'll do this. Plus that. These are just characters. You could use any character. This is what I'm using. And you should too. It looks pretty good, I guess. And I'm just, oh, that didn't work out. System. I got down there. All right, I want to put this in there. Pipe. Whoop, another plus, I'm sorry. And that would definitely not work. And L. What's going on with this? There. Oh, I didn't close it off. See that? Missed a quote. A double quote. All right, so we have that. Save it. Let's just run it and see what we get so far. 10, 12, 5.25. $5.25 per square foot. Okay. It's starting to look okay. Yeah, it looks pretty good. All right. I got a pipe in there and I didn't need one. I need to take that out. There we go. All right. Now let's do another one. No sense in retyping all this. Now I want to put a pipe in there. Remember, the pipe is right below your backspace, but it's a shift key combination. And I'm just going to go all the way over till I line up with that plus right there. Put another pipe. Close up the string. And put an end L in there. A new line. Okay. This is where I'm going to output the actual cost. Excuse me. Okay, I'm going to tab over, or not tab over, but just space over here and type in total. This is all part of the string, right? I mean, it's just, I got spaces in there and some text. It's all, you know, string constant. Cost, whoops. Cost, colon, space, $sign. And then we want to delete that for now. And we want total cost to output, right? There's total cost. Then now these aren't going to line up. You're going to have to eyeball this and try to work it out yourself. So I need a couple of spaces, I guess, and maybe 3 or 4. And then, excuse me, another set of chevrons. And what am I outputting here? I'm going to output the width. So I need another string that says width equals space, close quote. What variable holds the width? Width. Okay. What have I got here? Let's see. All right, so width is measured in decimals of a foot, so I need another string with a space that says FT period. And then we got end L. All right, that looks like a lot, so you need to look at it, all right? There's your tab constant. That just pushes it over one tab. This is a string literal right here. See that? And I don't put a space after dollar sign because I want that hard up against the actual number. And then another string. And then another string. And another variable. And another string. And then the indel. So let's run it. I know I'm going to have to adjust it, but that's part of it. So much easier when you're using Windows type stuff, isn't it? This is the way we used to have to do it. Huh? Okay, well, not too bad. I need an extra space right here, it looks like. That looks okay. All right, well, let's do that. Let's put one space in there and run it. I'm using 10, 12, and 5.25. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Yeah, I can put one more space right here. Just push it away from that pipe. All right, I need this line again because I need one just like it below the total. And then I need this line again because that's going to close off the little rectangle. All right. Let's run it and see what we get here. I'm not through, but getting close. 10, 12, 5.25. Yeah. I got my floor area, I got my width, I got my total cost. I need to display the length. Okay, so that's going to be like this, maybe something like this. And I need to go length. Now this is a string literal here, all right, equals space, and then close it off, another chevron, length. Remember that strings are delineated, string literal constants are delineated by opening and closing quotes. And you can have multiple items in the cout statement. That's what I've got here. All right. So now I need another chevron. And I need my foot because it's decimals of a foot. See, it's closing, opening, closing quotes. And end L. Oops, end L. There. Now, we're not quite through. We're getting close, though. All right. Let's run it. Let's do 10, 12, 5.25. Hot dog. That looks pretty good. I think length needs to be pushed over a little bit, but that's just a matter of personal judgment. Try it one more time. I put two spaces in there to push it over a little bit. Now that press any key to continue is not something I want stuck way up there, so I'm going to go ahead and put two indels in there right before system pause. Okay. See what we got now. What is all this junk? Pardon me. Okay, 10, 12, 5.25. And there you go. Not bad. The tab kind of pushes it to the center between here and here. That's about what I wanted. So my cost is $630, and that's correct. 10 feet that way, 12 feet that way, 120 square feet. That's correct. Let's run it again and use some different numbers. Let's use 8, 10, and this comes out of a little image I posted in under assignments in Blackboard for Project 4. So you'll see those numbers there and what you should be getting. 80 square feet, 10 feet, $320, and 8 feet. Okay. Looks good to me. Save it. And of course you know how to zip it up and submit it. Now the next project's I'm going to start asking more of you as far as responsibilities for these projects. I'm not going to do them all, but I'll give you some hints where I think you might need some help, and you can always ask questions. So enjoy.